Documentation time, self-expression. This is just, it's weird. Driving home began gaining this conscious awareness of the distinct sensation that I am inhabiting this vessel, which obviously is true. That's how it works. But it's a visceral, it's a distinct sensation that it's, oh Christ. I'm gonna do my best to express and describe this, that this is not me. These are all thoughts that I've had before and understandings even that I have come to, but I've never felt it at this level. Actually felt that this is not where my consciousness is based, even predominantly. That I am very clearly, very obviously just piloting this ship. It's just a ship. It is quite literally an avatar. Yeah, very much like the movie, very much like a video game. Again, all of this is an understanding that I have experienced and is accepted in metaphysical comprehension. It was like I could see the actual space that I'm inhabiting, and that this is just, I'm just connecting to this and piloting it, living in it to an extent. It isn't inhabiting, but it's more of a possession. It's this isn't me. It's not even remotely me. It's I mean, it's a projection, it's an extension, it's something that I am projecting into, but it's a real feeling of like, oh, look at what I can do. Ha ha, like make this body do things. It's tripping parts of me out, and the rest of me is just like, nah, it's cool. It's cool, man. This is just what it is. It's like a complete awareness of, yes, this is reality. It's as real as any reality. It's just that reality is not quite so real, right? As we maybe have built it up to be in this space. It's just a hologram. It is just a matrix. It is just a space that is shared by these projected extensions of consciousness, but it's not where they're based. And there's nothing tying me. There's nothing tying me to this. I can pop in and I can pop out, and it's all self-sustained. Just like the friggin' movie with the blue aliens. And when this thing goes to sleep, that's when I'm me. Well, more essentially, that's when it's like, okay, turn off the screen, and this is the more consistent realm. Fuck. And a sense that we're all sort of like NPCs until we can hack our own programming, and we are the ghosts in our own shells. It's that all of this is sort of programmed to a degree, and our continuous inhabiting of these forms loosens up the density, creates these other connections, these other pathways that we're then able to access that are more direct and true and deliberate and aware. And so there is sort of the feeling that a lot of these other forms are not NPCs, but aren't fully playable. This is so fucked. Aren't fully playable characters. They're being controlled by consciousness, but it's still running so much on programming that there's very little input able to get through. It's like given a lot of commands and it's just still following the programming. And then there are those who clearly have been accessed by the higher consciousness. The higher consciousness has access. They're like obviously player characters to some degree. And it's very exciting as it is to encounter another player character. Something with awareness, with recognition. There's still a level of recognition in the forms that are less deliberately controlled, but it's limited. It's just limited, and it's like the interaction is limited. Like you can see the scripted responses, the reactions are scripted responses, right? That's just like scripted dialogue versus the unpredictability, the actual genuine, authentic, organic interaction with one that has this higher access and presence and awareness. And yeah, we're both playing this same game. And the feeling of this space, the space where consciousness is based, which is far beyond this, right, is just white. It's just, I can perceive really bright light. It's just well lit, really bright. I mean, no, details. And there is a sense of connection, but without losing sense of self. It is a feeling that there is nothing truly separate and that everything is good. This is all good. This is where it all is, really, is here. And it's all connected, it's all fluid, but there is still the ability to distinguish. There is still enough contrast to distinguish between elements. And then this feeling of just being a cloud, a fluid cloud of electricity, which I guess makes sense as energy, but literally of being like a cloud of electrons surrounding the nucleus, which no one has ever seen a nucleus, right? It's just this idea of it's the thing that's in the middle, that is the nucleus. And that's what it feels like, just being this fluid, formless, comfortable cloud of pure electricity, pure energy, and sort of just plugging into things as is desired. And there's still sensation, but this is the sort of visceral, I mean, it's a ship with sensors, right, that collect data. and that allow physical experience, physical sense of experience, a visceral level of tangibility. But it's all still there. It is very tangible still, and very real still. It's very sensible. I feel it. I feel it. I know it. It's just this, it's like an obvious thing. Like, yeah, this is it. It would be like pointing at the sky and saying, there's the sky. Yeah, it's right there. It's obvious. There is a sort of, I guess it's not quite dreamlike. I have had dreams very like this, though. Something that is unique about, I don't know if I would even call them dreams, about the experience I have had in the sleeping state. I can physically feel things. I have experienced the sensation of pain. I can taste, I can smell, I can hear. And yeah, many times things are physically sort of palpable, but in a softened way, a sort of diffused way. And that's kind of what this feels like. It's just obvious. It's just flow. It's just whatever it feels like in that moment, whatever feels good. I am reminded of the dreams that I've had where I can transform into a bird, and it's just natural. I just sort of feel into the space of I'm a bird now, and my form shifts into a bird. Sometimes it's like a small black bird. It's occasionally been a raven or a hawk, but I just kind of rise up into the air and become the bird and take off, and then I'm flying, and it all makes perfect sense. It feels like that. Yeah. I just wanted to document this. It was too pronounced and unique. And again, these are all sort of things that I've contemplated and thought and even sort of understood. Been like, yeah, that makes all the sense. I've never felt it like this, though. It's distinct. It is a feeling. It is a sensation. And it's powerful. And it's trippy, but it's pretty cool. That's it. I'm going to feed this vessel now. Prepare it some fish and vegetables. Fucking strange. Yep, that's all I got. Just needed to express this. Thank you for your witness. Have a beautiful night.